Welcome to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. And this wouldn't be a game design show unless we played a Sonic game, right?
Yeah, totally legit Sonic game that totally didn't have the Dracula's theme from Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 playing once we booted up the game.
I mean, at the very least, it sounded really similar.
Yeah, almost like it had the exact same musical arrangement with the exact same composer. Credit to Oscar Arejo, the guy who did Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 soundtrack.
So this is a game, this is obviously a Sonic fan game, Sonic horror fan game, made by the Tunisian Sonic fan.
Who has his own channel.
Yeah, and this is a game in development, so if it's rough around the edges, I guess keep that in mind. But Cujo, you're playing this one, so jump right in there.
Yeah, I'm excited for some Sonic.EXE, The Assault by Tunisian Sonic fan.
April 22nd, I don't know.
Words are tough.
2009.
2009? Why 2009?
You know, so I played through this, so I know...
If a circle appears around the cursor.
I know what the game is all about. And I asked the same question.
Oh, good lord.
And I don't think it ever got explained why 2009.
Oh, good lord.
What
yes,
happened?
I let go of the button and it keeps moving forward for a second. Zoom by holding the mouse wheel.
Yeah, so don't pick it up yet. Yeah, let's just read this. So move closer to it. Because if you pick it up, we can't read it.
Dad, I didn't want to wake you up because you looked tired. I will walk around the woods for a while. See you later.
That's promising.
That's the worst horror movie hook.
Okay. Go pick it up.
Pick it up?
Yeah, left click it and see if you can open that chest. Click the lock. You might have to back up. Okay, cool. They do let you do this. There are two things in here you're going to need. Flashlight.
Oh, God.
And the batteries.
And the tattletale?
Don't worry about it. It is kind of reminiscent
That's
of it.
pretty... I can't. Oh.
Yeah, the controls are a little cumbersome. It's just a book that you can pick up, I guess. Like, if you click and hold, you can, like... Everything about the PC. It's just a book. I wonder if that's, like... Just a book that the dev had.
Oh, there's my drink.
My drink.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a tattletale.
I mean, like, it looks like a bear.
It's basically a tattletale. Like, in shape and all that. Okay.
All right, into the woods.
Into the woods to grab Mother's house.
So the controls are, I think, sprint shift will sprint, and then control. I don't think that it lets you sprint right away, and then control crouches.
Oh, the delay in these controls.
Oh yeah,
Hold
there
the
you go.
left shift button to sprint. Sprinting will consume your stamina faster than usual, and the slower you will sprint. Resting in a camp will restore all your stamina. Cool.
The one thing I didn't realize about that, I think you're going the wrong way, buddy. The one thing I didn't realize about it is that if you stand still, your stamina will also slowly replenish. So you don't have to worry too much about, like, using up your stamina. It will come back.
I do like that this, that the speed here is basically like a ninja sneaking, like an overly cautious ninja.
I can't believe he went all this way on his own.
I had to turn up the volume of the TV because we couldn't hear any of the good
It took me half
audio.
an hour to convince him it wasn't about to fall apart. And it's starting to rain now. Great.
Darn.
Shucks.
Left control button to crouch.
Seems like a weird place to tell you to crouch. As soon as it did that, I was like, oh, are the spooks coming out? Do I need to crouch past them?
Sorry, I have to scratch my finger.
Jeez, Cujo.
I develop itches whenever I play really great, totally legit Sonic games.
So, let's talk about that, actually. What is it about Sonic? So, not only has Sonic, like, been one of the core points of fan-based games.
Right.
But what is it about, like, Sonic and horror games? Was it just, like... I know that 2 years ago, there was a pretty popular Sonic horror experience that was released. I don't even know if it was a game, per se.
Not even really a game. It was just...
That was the 16-bit, like, side-scrolling horror one, right?
I think so.
And I never played that one. I played it a little bit before you showed up for recording today, and it seemed quick. There you go. You have 4 batteries, Cujo. You're doing it.
I did.
But what do you think it is about Sonic that, like, I guess made people want to make the horror fan games?
I suppose if people are invested enough in a particular fandom, they're going to want to try and explore all possibilities for creating stories for that particular character. So, yeah, I mean,
You could pick up that lighter, by the way.
That was a lighter?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Literally.
a battery on the floor, too. For the dirt.
Oh, a
not
battery?
floor.
Let me spend half an hour trying to pick it up.
The controls are weirdly difficult to use. I'll give you that. Like, if you get too close, you suddenly can't interact with it, and it's like, but why?
I feel like the Hamburglar, like sauntering through this forest.
You should ignite that fire.
I can
Over there,
ignite
Cujo.
it.
Yeah. You have a lightor. I mean, you didn't consume any stamina.
Lightor?
So, yeah.
You know, that's totally spelled with an O?
Yeah, lightor.
Cool. I mean, that's a thing that happened. So,
Do you think that it's partly because Sonic is like almost memeable?
Yes.
Oh,
It absolutely is.
Like I can't remember what it was, but that really weird Sonic fan game.
The Grumps played?
Yeah, the Grum. Oh, there was
That one
a
was-
ton of YouTubers that played
What
that
the hell
game.
is happening?
I don't know.
Oh, it's spooky.
But like that game, I don't think was made by a legitimate Sonic, or maybe it was a legitimate Sonic fan, but like they thought of Sonic as a meme, so they made just an absolutely surreal experience because it was weird.
Yeah. That was a really funny.
So like I don't know. I can't tell if Sonic horror games are made by those people, or if Sonic horror games are made by ones that enjoy like the creepypasta type of aspect.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And I think that the first Sonic.EXE was more on the creepypasta, and maybe this one is too, because it's not like surreal, like, oh, I have no idea what's going on, my head hurts.
Can't go that way, I guess.
Oh, go to your right?
The grass has deemed me not worthy.
Yeah, this whole...
I understand the rain coming down, but it really just
there you
makes
go.
it look like an old movie. Like I'm watching like an old film strip.
This
Got a little bit of a
a note.
grainy. It's a note.
There's a note. Looks like my time has come. I hope I can atone for my sins by writing this note. Take the key from the back of the paper. It will probably unlock the house in the distance. I'm not sure, though. I couldn't find a way there. I hope you do. Okay, here's a very important question. This is a game titled Sonic.EXE, The Assault. Does this feel...
It's assaulting my
Does this
senses.
feel like it has anything to do with Sonic?
No.
Why don't you pick up that note? Oh, maybe you can't. Oh, wait, I think you have to, because it has the key, right? There you go. You're too close.
Don't you know you can't pick up stuff off the counter? You need to take 2 steps back and reach.
So, I don't know what to tell you.
Chris.
Maybe you don't need it. Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
oh, got
you're
it.
too far away.
Sorry. I don't mean to laugh a lot, Tunisian Sonic fan. It's cool. This is great. This is a work of art. This is so good.
Well,
Whoa, I saw pants.
no. Sonic feet. Was it Sonic?
Were those Sonic feet?
pretty sure that's
I
Sonic.
didn't even see.
Where are you?
Crane?
Crane is his
Crane
son.
is not a name you give to your son. Especially in a
Crane-
situation like this, because whenever I hear Crane, I literally think it's like an action movie.
Crane is the name you would give your son if you expect them to be some kind of like...
Supervillain or like secret agent.
Or like... Ichabod Crane from Sleepy Hollow, so like some just
Or
creepy
Dr. Fraser
dude.
Crane.
Although in those cases, Crane was the last name.
Well, I mean, or maybe he was just a really big fan of Power Rangers and thought that Kimberly was amazing and wanted to name his son after Kimberly's dinosaur Megazord power.
The pterodactyl?
So anyway, actually no, no. Later, yeah, when they get their ninja whatever powers, their animals shift
From
the
dinosaurs to animals.
like ninja. Like remember, the Black Ranger had the frog, the Blue Ranger had. Oh man, I'm blanking. Oh no, oh no.
Blue Ranger had
Mastodon initially, but then when they got their
Was
like,
it Bear?
newer- that was the Red Ranger.
Red
Pink
was
Ranger got the
Bear?
crane. Yellow.
Hold on.
Oh man.
All right,
All
this
the-
is
I'm-
this is important.
I'm losing
I'm gonna
my
look this
Power
up.
Rangers.
Okay,
man,
Google.
Power
Thank you.
Ranger.
You're
These
gonna make me
invisible
unlock
walls are
this? Okay, Google.
my prison.
What were the Ninja Power Ranger animals?
I really hope it also registers the
No.
in like UH.
No. It gave me a weird answer. Okay, Google. What were the Ninja Power Ranger animals?
We are spending time on this.
Listen, I gotta know now.
Hey, look at this one.
Okay, here we go. White Ranger was Falcon.
Okay.
Red Ninja Ranger was Ape.
Okay.
Pink
Ape.
Ninja Ranger was Crane. Blue Ninja Ranger was Wolf. I thought it might have been Wolf, but I was like...
That's what it was.
I felt like that would have been more appropriate for the Red Ranger.
Right.
Yellow Ninja Ranger was Bear, and then Black Ninja Ranger was Frog. Why Frog? I mean, like, frogs are cool, but...
Yeah, that was the big thing about the Power Rangers movie. It was like, you are the Blue Ranger. You have the power of the wolf. You are cunning and swift. And then, like, the Crane was like, you are beautiful in flight, and you are quite
Right.
smart in your flight patterns or something weird. And then the Black Ranger was like, dude, I'm a frog. What does that mean?
That's true.
And
That
she was
totally
like,
did happen.
you kiss a frog and you become a handsome prince. Haha. Anyway, moving over here to the Falcon.
It's so
like,
mean.
it legitimately was that scene. There's no
Oh.
explanation.
Don't go that way. There's an invisible wall there. So that's a dead end, which is, you know...
The saunter.
mean level. So they block off. I found this while just like running around aimlessly, but there's a lot of like invisible walls that just keep you in these
Yeah.
boundaries. Like, why not just put a wall of trees? Like, level design speaking, invisible walls are one of the most shallow ways to prevent your player from going somewhere,
Yep.
and you go this way anyway.
I mean, what do I
There-
do?
Just go back, look along that wall.
Look along this
No, the
fence?
rock wall.
The rock wall.
There's
This is-
clearly no door,
Chris,
so you gotta
what
find.
is this?
You gotta find a secret passage, Cujo. It's just Sonic.EXE. You're playing Sonic. This is
Oh, I
next
love this
gen Sonic.
totally real texture. Look at this texture here. Look at that flat yet porous and cracked.
Listen, man, I don't put any flack on that. I think that's fine because this is a fan game. Like, one person, they only got so much time.
Is this like
They can put some normal maps on there, but it's aight. They don't need it.
aight?
It's aight.
It's aight.
I mean, Unity supports normal maps, but whatevs.
Okay.
There you go. That's it.
There's what? What is it?
Oh. Remember that crouch button? Oh, Sonic, he's gonna get you.
Is it Werehog Sonic?
I wish. That's like... I hate Werehog Sonic.
I wish.
Well, like, okay,
Oh.
Sonic as a werewolf, I think it's stupid, and I think most Sonic fans would agree with that. Like, maybe, and I know some people legitimately like the game, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, like, where Sonic as a concept doesn't make sense, right?
Whoa, you see that?
It's like camera filter.
Wow, man, my son had really, really, really good, like, print level writing.
Like, dang.
Even with the dots, I mean...
Like, the blood drip is so consistent.
Like, I like that he's really being dramatic with the... I'm fixating on the dots here. Because who writes... Oh, it's whatever. Anything over here?
I don't know.
There's some
I didn't
shutters,
try
maybe
going
an
over
invisible
there.
wall. Let's see what happens.
I mean, like, probably. Oh, there are some shutters. I didn't try going this way. I just went right in the door because I was like, I think
Shutters.
this is what I gotta do.
What is this? Why is this?
You know what I wish? I wish it played some of the Sonic theme when Sonic was, like, getting close.
Yeah, there you go. He'd be really happy, but then he's, like, covered in blood and looks terrifying.
Because, like, the only Sonic component of this game is the fact that Sonic seems to jump scare.
Right.
Like, there's literally
I like that
nothing
they
else.
introduced a stamina meter.
You gotta open the door handle, buddy. There you go. Yeah, you did it. You didn't beat it yet, but you did it.
Oh God, the drunk trumpet player.
All right, we're in the house.
This is a Sonic game.
Sonic fan game, Cujo. Get it right.
This is a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game.
Okay, so now we have to. The objective is we're looking for our son. That was a. Oh shit! I actually didn't know you could turn on
Hey,
the
an
lights.
ominous red. Why would somebody decorate their house with this weird?
Listen, man.
Looks like a nipple.
I-
It's got the
have you
outer
seen-
ring.
Have you seen a nipple, Cujo?
How do I reload the flashlight?
Hit B. Says it right there next to batteries. Because, you know, B,
Oh.
B for battery. There you go. There's a battery in there.
Is there?
Yeah, down to the left. Yeah,
Oh hey.
pick that shit
Oh,
up.
not quite close enough. Not quite close enough.
Oh,
There
too
you go.
close.
Like the guy from Aladdin, like, come a little closer. Go too close, a little too close.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
You should watch Twisted. Oh.
Oh. Mm. Oh. All right, it's a nice, good old bathroom. I'm sorry.
More dots.
I can see you. What the hell?
You're draining your flashlight. Wow. Hey, but another battery.
Yay!
So
I will say, this sink looks very cool.
having like our character have VO, does that like benefit the game, do you think? Or does it like kind of pull you out? Like
It really pulls me.
him saying like what the fuck is almost like, hey, that's my line. Oh, go back before you do any of this. No, not back in there. Close the door behind you if you can. Can you close it from the other side? I'm trying to. I think the game was. Oh boy. Maybe don't go in the other room. So when I played this, it bugged out because there's a sequence that's going to happen, and then you're going to come back in this area.
Okay.
And I think that it bugged out, and
Because
I
this
couldn't
was
open the
open?
doors. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Like how I just pulled it open, the door handle didn't even do anything. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game.
So it's interesting to me though that they chose Sonic to be a component of this game. Like it just doesn't make sense, right?
No.
This could literally be any horror game with any kind of monster. So
Mhm.
why Sonic? Like,
This like slow like tiptoe is annoying the crap out of me.
well, you could use your sprint more often. I do agree though. Your basic movement's really
It really
slow.
shouldn't be. This is like sneaking speed. And also the fact that I do kind of like there's a little bit of a delay after you stop holding the button down because it's realistic. But yeah.
No, I
But
feel
it's
ya.
not just that. It's also a delay with changing directions, which what am I doing? I'm just gonna.
That's the game, man. You have to figure out the answers. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Can you close that door? See if you can close that door.
What?
Oh, maybe it auto closed. Also, you love those Skype sound effects? The door open and the door
Oh
close.
yeah.
I think it's Skype. It's one of them.
Or AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, that's what it
Yeah.
is. I was like, I recognize those sound
But-
effects from something. This
deep.
beautiful space. Water. Oh, there's battery. Yeah. I think there was another battery, actually. Yeah, there you go. Can you move those books at the bottom? After you pick
Hold
up
on,
that
I have
battery.
to spend all of my brain power picking up a battery. What's up?
Can you move that? Like grab it and pull it?
Nope.
Like grab it, click and hold, and then move.
Nope.
All right.
This is a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game.
Spoopy scary.
Gotta go fast.
Ooh.
Who could it be?
What's up,
Could it
Sonic?
be
It's locked.
Sonic?
It's a puzzle.
The hell?
It's a puzzle. Gotta find a clock.
Why?
Gotta find the
This
answer.
is Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Your end. This is like every bad haunted house. I'm stuck on the couch. I wish I were kidding. I was stuck on the couch. I was stuck on the damn couch.
I think there was.
What was it?
Nah, it's not the
129?
answer. I'll
No.
tell you now. It's not the answer. There's a battery to your left, though. Yeah, get that guy.
Cleverly disguised as a plant.
So, here's my question, Cujo.
Okay.
What are they doing right when it comes to the horror design? I mean, like, We clearly aren't
suppose
like a huge fan of the general design, but they are definitely doing.
Is pretty good.
Yeah,
Why is the drum set? Why is?
But there's the clock you need. So
all right, so the haunted drum set is good. I mean, I feel like you could move anything in front of that door.
So it's like 8:10-ish.
Yeah, 8:10. Okay. The ambiance is cool. It's got a creepy vibe to it. It's.
And when you're playing this game by yourself and maybe with the lights dim, like, arguably any horror game gets a lot spookier in that context.
This.
They.
I have to aim.
There you go.
8,
that's 8.
5, 10. There
you go.
10? Oh.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Cool.
Oh,
Jade. Oh, no.
What have you done? You let it out.
Can't move forward.
Can you turn on your flashlight?
Nope. Oh, I have to.
There you go. Alright, so there's a bed in the way. Can you push it? Oh, you can, like, sneak.
Well, sidle past it. And now we're in, like, a hospital? How very Evil Within.
You know, I never played Evil Within.
It was weird and psychological, and it had a lot of elements of Resident Evil 4, like, controls-wise. There was a lot that went into the lore of that game that I still, like, to this day, don't quite grasp yet. And I understand it's supposed to be very psychological. That's supposed to be the case with the second one, too. But,
that's fair. Yeah,
wow.
It seems
really
interesting.
Is every haunted house. Oh, the chains. Okay. Mirror's gone.
Hey! Oh, is that your
Hi,
son?
buddy.
It might be your son.
It's a someone.
I mean, it looks like a little kid.
It's true. Can I not? Is there no? Okay. That's alright. Ooh, pool of blood.
Look in the sink real quick. Is there a thing in there? Turn on your flashlight. Oh, you're too close. The flashlight's. Hey, what's that there?
Is
that a thing? I think this is the thing that I missed in my playthrough.
So it's a key. I got a key.
So maybe that's why I thought that the door was bugged. Maybe I just needed the key. Yep. Okay, that was my bad.
What the hell? What is that? They're knives.
Yeah, they're a bunch of meat cleavers.
Cool.
Well, don't go in there.
I will say, now it's starting to feel like an actual horror game.
Well, yeah, because they kind of throw this, like, surreal feeling at you. Like, oh, you can pick those guys
there's
up.
little Sonic Lego.
Those were in some of the other rooms, too, but I didn't realize you could pick them up. I wonder if that does anything. Interesting.
Collectibles, maybe?
Yeah, I could see that being a thing.
Alright, well.
What's, is there another room in here?
I mean, there was that.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, as soon as they transport you to this, I think the most successful moment was opening the door and realizing that you let something out. Because it's like, it's kind of creepy because you don't actually know what you're dealing with. And not seeing it is more spooky.
Is there another door back there?
Maybe? Oh, yeah.
Oh. Jump scare.
Probably. You could sprint if you want, I suppose.
No, I gotta save that stamina.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't quite like about the stamina is that it didn't really feel as though it had a point because we're never truly running away from anything. So at that point, like, what's the justification for that as a mechanic? What's it say on the floor?
Are you ready to pay for what you've done to your son?
So is the implication that we killed him?
Just hold on.
What if peace turned into nightmares and nightmares turned into peace? Could you think about it? Coming in 2017.
Okay, Tunisian fan, we need to talk about your writing. Okay, stop going to your local haunted house.
So.
Okay.
That's it. That's all there is in this version. It's interesting. I feel like the Sonic.
It's not a Sonic. It doesn't feel at all like a Sonic game.
It sort of feels to me like they're just using the Sonic name to try to get more attention on the game. When
attract a fandom.
Yeah, and that's kind of shallow in my opinion, which is unfortunate.
Ultimately, movement speed or movement controls. The sprint speed should be your regular speed.
Well, I don't. Because I think your walking speed should be faster. But I think maybe like both the walking speed and sprint speed should both be increased a little bit.
They need to be increased a little bit. And like I understand the idea of like, well, if you're actually walking, you don't like if you stop moving in a direction, weight might take.
So this game is a good example of like something that could use some polish in its game feel. And that's okay. Like this is a game that's still in development, so that's obviously something that can just be tweaked with some refining.
Right. I will say for haunting things, like that first chunk, it felt like we were just walking through a forest at night and it happened to be raining, and then it just felt like we were walking around a house with the lights off. There was nothing that was inherently creepy about it until we did the clock thing.
They do use a lot of audio cues to kind of start spooking you, but the problem with relying on that is that when there's not enough going on around you, the audio cues start feeling pointless.
Right.
Because there was never really a point early on that we felt like we were in danger.
Exactly. Like even with the thing, like coming down from ahead, I'm sure if I were, playing at night with headphones on and nothing else going on, that might have like given me a little bit of a jump, but at the same time, like it was a jump scare. And like, if you want to establish like horror, if you want to establish fear, there has to be a feeling that there's something out there, and I need to be careful with where I'm moving. That's where the stamina coming into this part of the game almost didn't really make any sense.
Yeah,
it didn't make sense to introduce that as a mechanic, like as part of the tutorial, as the first step.
Yeah.
It never really came into play.
In a way, if like say this is chapter 1 and chapter 2 you're going to be fleeing like evil Sonic or something, I think it'll make more sense for them to have introduced the sprint, because this gives us the opportunity to get a feel for it.
Right.
And so like it has that potential of actually being okay as a mechanic, but with this being all we get, it's hard to justify.
Right.
In my opinion, I think that they had a lot of good pieces in place.
Yeah.
So it's a good start for making an interesting horror experience. But I think what they needed was to actually cut out the wilderness section entirely.
Yep.
If you had started in the house and you're kind of walking around being like, I have a son, but where is my son? And then like the environment starts to change after you open the door, like, and some of that stuff starts happening. I think that surreal change is what gave the game a more spooky vibe, whereas the forest just kind of felt like a time waster.
Yeah.
And the level design was just kind of cumbersome to navigate anyway.
Yeah. The invisible walls, I know you said it earlier, like you could just put walls or put a wall of trees or something in the way.
Yeah.
Because I legitimately felt I only was able to progress because he knew where the invisible walls weren't and where to keep moving forward in the game.
And one thing they could use in if they wanted to keep the wilderness section is to use some lighting tricks to help guide the player on like where is the correct direction to go. And I think the idea was that the challenge was to find the right place to go. But since nothing spooky actually happens during the wilderness scene, it
as a horror game,
it's
really
not an interesting challenge.
Right.
Finding where you need to go isn't interesting unless there's some other conflict taking place.
I agree.
And that's in horror films when you're running around panicking and you try to get your keys in the car door and you drop it. Like that's what makes, finding where you need to go more interesting, because you're panicking.
Right.
And so like that's why it works in horror movies to some regards. But
can I point something out?
Sure.
So this font is great. It's like impactful and whatever.
Yeah.
Look at the question mark.
Oh yeah, it's a different font. That means, all the punctuation doesn't match that, so...
Sorry, it's whatever, but it's a little thing. But, like, it's the same thing with having the ... dots on the wall with the blood.
Well...
It's one thing if you hear something. Like having that voice in the background, that was pretty cool. I liked it. I like the idea that your character's like, what the fuck was that? So it's not just you as the player reacting to it. In hindsight, I'm kind of okay with that because it's sort of person. I'm always a little about faceless, voiceless main characters, and it's like, oh, but you're the player in the story. And it's like, but
I guess that's fair.
But if I'm playing like Skyrim, I want to be able to have a character that has his own personality that I'm sort of working along with developing.
No, that's fair, especially if they have this narrative that he's searching for his son. It's like, well, obviously it's not me because I don't have a son.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
or
at that
if you
point,
do have
you've
a son,
already
it's like
established.
he's over there. Like, I don't know if he is over there. Whatever.
But like, it also, well, maybe this is a poor example because like I got angry when they gave Isaac Clarke in Dead Space a voice. Like, I got really angry about that because I had this concept of who this character was, and then they were just, like, made him a cuss machine. Like, all he did was swear a shitload. And,
You wouldn't?
Well, like, I would, but I don't... It doesn't make it for an interesting character.
That's fair.
Like, and maybe I was only angry about it because he didn't... Well, maybe I didn't care. Maybe I didn't like it because he didn't do that in the first game. So that's why I said it was probably a poor example because I had preconceptions of him. But.
And it's one thing if you're playing a character which is like an established, like you are the everyman, you are like just a guy. Dealing with the scenario, which from what I played 5 minutes of Dead Space, I'm guessing that was sort of the situation in the first one.
Yeah, you're just some engineer.
Got it. So that's pretty cool. I think that's fun. But you know, for this situation, I think it could be cool to put little nuggets of lore in there and whatnot, having a VO for
one thing.
Cool.
One other thing I will say that they did particularly well, because I played a couple of horror games before you showed up. They delivered a narrative, but they actually didn't give us a ton of text, and that's nice. I think there are too many horror games especially, but even just a lot of games out there that immediately, as soon as you enter the game, they give you a wall of text.
Right.
And it's just like, that's not why I entered this game. I didn't enter this game to read a wall of text.
Yeah.
Like, they gave us like one, maybe 2 sentences. That's done. It's easy. It's good.
I will say, there is one spot where I think the text was actually not necessary. And that was after the clock thing, where everything shifted. There's really no need to say, oh, you did a bad thing, or you did something wrong. Because like clearly when the character's going to turn around and see something entirely different, they're already going to feel like, what did I just do?
You mean where it said, like, you shouldn't
have done that.
See, I actually like that for one specific reason. It establishes that you let an entity out, not that you entered another domain.
Oh, that's fair.
It's that, like, paranormal activity kind of spook that it's a single entity, a thinking entity that you have just endangered yourself with.
Right.
So, like, I think that actually did exactly what it needed to do there. That was my favorite moment of the game.
That's fair.
And that's one thing I liked about Delirium when we played that on the show. Were you on Delirium? That was Tony and Eddie.
Eddie, I'm watching you. Eddie.
Delirium was another one that had a text wall at the beginning, but that one, I think, used its narrative well.
Now I'm thinking about it, Eddie's the only one on the show I haven't done a series with.
Well.
Because, sorry. Total side.
Anyway, that was Sonic.EXE The Assault. The dev is still working on it, and it's on Game Jolt, so check it out. Give it a spin for yourself. Maybe like sorry, I'm just it's a lot.
Go encourage indie designers. Go play it. Give it a shot.
And check it out. Learn a thing or two from the game feel and kind of join the conversation on what you might have done to improve the game feel or even with the level design.
I agree. Do that thing.
Cool. Thanks for watching, everyone. And thanks for checking out our Halloween horror series. Bye, everyone.